Hey, it's Maddie Poppy here, and I'm hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
Reunited with Maddie Poppy. How are you? It's been a very long 5 months.
It has, yeah, but it's also been like a super quick 5 months.
I'm sure
You know,
because
like
you've been
at the same
nonstop.
time. It feels like forever ago, but at the same time, it's like, man, it's gone by fast.
Yeah, you literally have not stopped. You've been touring nonstop.
Yeah.
You've been sharing stages with big names like Luke Bryan, for example. Like, what's all this like? What's all this been like for you?
You know, I mean, it's so much fun, and I'm so grateful and everything. But, some days it is like super overwhelming, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I doing this? Like, it's a totally different lifestyle. It's just like, I always say, like, I wish I had like a twin sister or something that could like, do this with me.
Right.
Yeah.
So, today we're here for the Billboard Live Music Summit. Like, this is something that, it's cool for artists that have been in the industry for so long because they kind of get to reflect on, past times that, they don't remember or they don't think about on a daily basis. But, how did this summit kind of impact you?
Even when I was just like getting interviewed, that's exactly what you say. It's like I reflected on so many moments that I kind of forgot about and, just kind of took it all in. And, it's stuff like this when, because it feels like for so long, everything's just like inside your head and you're just going. And, but like to actually talk about it out loud, it like puts it in perspective. Like, wow, this really, is my life.
Right.
Yeah.
On top of that, it's like people want to know about your life. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about the new single that just recently dropped. Fans have been waiting for this. Tell me about the production process behind the single and, why the single?
Yeah, Hollywood Records came to me and said, we really want to have another single out by the end of this year. And so we had recorded all kinds of stuff. And this song came along. They were showing me different songs. And, I was kind of set. I was like, I don't want to release anything that I don't write. Right. But then this song came along and I was like, wow, this is it was so unique. And I just immediately fell in love with it. And I really wanted to release it. It just kind of had like a country feel. And, a lot of the other stuff I had heard had been kind of more pop sounding. So, this one really stood out to me.
So, I mean, what was it about the song that stood out to you?
Just the production behind it, like you can hear the banjos going on and it just sounds like really organic instruments. And then there's voices in the background. Like it sounds like you're at like a party or like a bonfire or something. Yeah. But also, the message in the song, it's kind of like a reminder, like it's going to be okay, and just, you fall down, you get back up again.
Right. Now, throughout the year, aside from all the touring that you've been doing, you've been working on a debut album. What has been that process like? And, who are you collaborating with as far as like producers go?
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough, not a rough process, but it's like, it's hard because it's like, am I making the right decision? I want this album to be perfect. Every time I record a vocal, I'm just thinking like, this could be the cut that makes the album, like it's like nerve wracking because it's like, I really want to be proud of it. I don't want to settle at all. But like, I think we have some really good progress so far. There's a lot of songs that we've recorded so far that I am so in love with and I'm so excited to put out.
What do you feel has been challenging you the most in the studio though? Like recording vocals, writing lyrics, finding the right instrumentation?
Oh man. I think, part of it is like being a perfectionist is really hard because it's like, I just send it back and back and back with the producer, like I want this changed and this word sounds weird and, this phrase is, so it's like that kind of thing, being a perfectionist, but also just making sure you're making the right decisions and, that you're not rushing anything, that you're not settling right. Because but that goes back to being a perfectionist, So, yeah.
So with the single, you also dropped a music video for it. It looks when I'm watching it, it looks like a one take. Yeah. What was that creative process like? Because I feel like that's just one long day of like trying to get it right that one time.
Yes. It was one take, which I sort of love because I say the same thing about like when I play live. I love playing live because you can't go back and change it. And like I said, I'm such a perfectionist that I will literally sit there and make sure it is absolutely perfect before I can call it a done deal. And so I love playing live, you know, because you can't go back and change it, and you have no choice. You know, you can't regret it. But also, yeah, like that was the thing with the video. It's like we did it in one take, so it's not like we could just start in the middle and, oh, we're going to redo this part. It was like, you know, of course there were things in that video that weren't, you know, absolutely perfect, but I thought that was kind of, you know, the beauty in it, and I loved making that. It really wasn't. I mean, we started at probably noon and got done at probably 8. It didn't feel like we were not there for very long, and we probably took 20 takes of it, maybe, which isn't a whole lot. But we used twins. I don't know if you knew that. So that one could be in this scene, and then when the camera rolled over, she could be in this scene. And then once the camera left the first scene, she could jump over to the third scene. You know what I mean? Wow, so okay. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to make.
Very cool. Now, what's next for you now? The year's about to end. Any plans for 2019, more tour dates? Like, are you going to focus just in the studio? Like, what is the plan for Maddie?
Yeah, you know, I've got another Christmas single coming out. Okay. But next year, we're hoping to release one single every month until May. Okay. And then in May, have an album out. And I'm really looking forward to that because there's so many things that I'm really excited about. And I'm really excited to, you know, start playing shows because, you know, it's hard to play shows and be taken seriously as an artist when you don't have a bunch of original stuff, you know. You can't really play a bunch of shows and open up for headliners when you are doing covers. Right. And so that's something I'm really excited for, is to have this album out and have a bunch of original stuff that I can play. And hopefully I would love to go on tour again. I loved touring this summer. You know, even though, you know, it wasn't like, it was our first time and there's a lot of things we learned from it. Right. It was still such a blast just to be on the road. And I can't imagine touring and, you know, like, I had so much fun just on that tour, but I can't imagine doing a tour that's like your show and everything you want to do, and you make, you call, you know, make all the decisions. That is going to be a blast, and I can't wait until I get to do that again.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for reuniting with me. I'm glad you didn't get tired of me the first time. So you guys be sure to check out Maddie Poppe. Her new single is out now. It's called?
I was just going to say
What?
It's called Keep On Moving On.
Thanks for watching here on Front Row Live.